Watch this. I'm going to type one sentence into ChatGPT and it's going to generate 12 perfect YouTube video ideas for a productivity channel, complete with hooks, frameworks, and audience pain points. Ready? Type this. Generate 12 video concepts using the meta framework we established. ChatGPT outputs a full list in seconds. See that? I didn't brainstorm a single idea myself. I didn't stare at a blank page. I built a system that does the creative heavy lifting for me. And here's what matters. This isn't some trick or hack. This is a fundamental shift in how you work with AI in 2025. Let me rewind and show you exactly how we built this from scratch. If you've been using ChatGPT like most people, you've probably experienced this pattern. You ask it something, it gives you a decent answer. You refine it. It gets better. You keep going back and forth until you finally get what you need. It works, but it's exhausting. And the moment you start a new conversation, you're back to square one. That approach worked in 2023, maybe even 2024. But in 2025, that's not a skill, that's just typing. The real skill is this: teaching ChatGPT to think the way you think, so it generates expert-level output without you micromanaging every step. That's what we're building today. What this masterclass covers. Over the next hour, you're going to learn the complete system I use to turn ChatGPT into a precision tool for any task. Here's what we're covering. First, the foundation. What's changing in 2025, why meta prompts matter, and the core philosophy behind advanced prompting. Then, meta prompts explained. How to teach ChatGPT your logic so it follows your rules automatically. Next, building prompt generators. How to make ChatGPT write prompts for you so you never start from scratch again. After that, unique angles. The advanced techniques that separate average prompts from expert-level systems. And finally, complete workflows. Putting everything together into systems you can use every day. By the end, you'll have a skill set most people won't develop for another year, and you'll be able to build AI systems that actually save you time instead of creating more work. Why this matters in 2025. Here's the shift that's happening right now. In 2023, the skill was learning how to ask ChatGPT questions. In 2024, the skill was learning how to refine those questions. In 2025, the skill is teaching ChatGPT how to think, so it asks the right questions for you. This is the difference between being an AI user and an AI builder. Most people are still stuck in the ask and refine loop. They're working with ChatGPT, but they're not teaching it. They're not building systems. They're just having better conversations. And that's fine for casual use. But if you want to use AI to genuinely change how you work, to compress hours into minutes, to scale your output, to think bigger, you need to stop prompting and start building. That's what meta prompts are for. What are meta prompts? A meta prompt is a prompt that teaches ChatGPT how to create other prompts. Instead of telling ChatGPT what to do, you teach it how to think about a problem. You give it the logic, the structure, the rules, and then it applies that framework to any situation you throw at it. Think of it like this. A regular prompt is a single instruction. A meta prompt is the instruction manual. Once you build a strong meta prompt, you never have to start over. You just feed it new inputs, and it generates expert-level outputs on demand. That's the system we're building today. Now, let's taste 2 quick demos. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. We're not going deep yet, that's coming soon, but I want to spark your curiosity. Demo 1. The difference between a basic prompt and a meta prompt. Basic prompt. Give me 5 blog post ideas about productivity. ChatGPT gives you 5 generic ideas. They're fine, they're usable, but they're surface level. Meta prompt. You are a content strategist who identifies underserved angles in saturated topics. For any topic I provide, generate 5 blog post ideas using this framework. 1. Identify a common frustration. 2. Challenge a popular assumption. 3. Offer a counterintuitive solution. Topic: productivity. Now, ChatGPT doesn't just list ideas, it thinks strategically. It identifies gaps. It reframes problems. It gives you angles you wouldn't have thought of yourself. That's the power of teaching the system how to think. Demo 2. Building a reusable framework. Let's say you're building a content calendar. You could manually prompt ChatGPT every single time you need an idea, or you could teach it your content philosophy once and then just feed it topics. I'll type this. Here's my content framework. Every piece of content should either teach a skill, challenge a belief, or provide a system. From now on, when I give you a topic, generate 3 content ideas, 1 for each category. Ready? ChatGPT confirms. Now I test it. Topic: email management. Instantly, it gives me 3 structured ideas. 1 skill-based, 1 belief-challenging, 1 system-focused. I didn't have to re-explain the framework. It just applied the logic. That's what we're building toward. A system where you teach once and ChatGPT executes forever. Where we're headed next. By the end of this masterclass, you're going to have built a meta prompt library you can reuse across projects, prompt generators that create expert-level prompts automatically, advanced techniques that give you unique angles no one else is using, complete workflows that turn ChatGPT into a true creative and strategic partner. This isn't about tricks. It's not about clever one-liners or viral hacks. This is about fundamentally changing your relationship with AI so it works for your brain, not against it. You now understand why 2025 is different. You've seen the difference between basic prompting and meta prompting, and you know where we're going. Let's start building the core of this system. What is a meta prompt? The real definition. Here's the simplest way to think about it. A regular prompt tells ChatGPT what you want. A meta prompt tells ChatGPT how to think about what you want. It's the difference between giving someone a fish and teaching them how to fish, except in this case, you're teaching ChatGPT how to fish the way you would fish. Here's a mental model that makes this clear. Imagine you're training a new assistant. You could give them individual tasks every single day. Send this email, schedule this meeting, draft this report, or you could teach them your decision-making framework once. Here's how I prioritize tasks. Here's how I communicate with clients. Here's how I structure my thinking. Now they don't need constant instruction. They understand your logic and can apply it independently. That's what a meta prompt does. It teaches ChatGPT your framework, your priorities, your style, and then ChatGPT applies that framework to any input you give it. Why meta prompts matter. Let me show you why this is a game changer. Without meta prompts, every conversation with ChatGPT is isolated. You start fresh every time. You explain what you want, refine it, guide it, correct it. It's like teaching the same lesson over and over, With meta prompts, you teach once and then you execute endlessly. Here's a real example from my workflow. I create a lot of content. Every piece needs to be clear, actionable, and structured in a specific way. I used to spend 10 minutes per conversation explaining my style to ChatGPT. Now, I have a meta prompt that contains my content philosophy. I drop it into the conversation once, and every output follows my rules automatically. That 10-minute setup became a 10-second paste. That's the multiplier effect of meta prompts. The anatomy of a meta prompt. Before we build one, let's break down what actually goes inside a meta prompt. Every strong meta prompt has 3 core components. 1. Identity and role. Who is ChatGPT pretending to be? What expertise does it need? Example: you are a senior content strategist with 10 years of experience in audience research. This sets the tone and activates the right knowledge base inside the model. 2. Logic and framework. What rules should ChatGPT follow? What's your decision-making process? Example: when analyzing a topic, always 1. Identify the audience's biggest frustration. 2. Find the gap between what they know and what they need. 3. Provide a clear, actionable step. This is where you encode how you think. 3. Output structure. What format do you want? How should the response be organized? Example: present your analysis in 3 sections. Problem, insight, action. This ensures consistency every single time. Those 3 pieces, identity, logic, structure, form the foundation of every meta prompt you'll ever build. Building your first meta prompt, step by step. Let's build a simple meta prompt together. Real time, no fluff. Our goal: create a meta prompt that helps us generate clear, actionable email responses. Step 1. Define the identity. Open ChatGPT. Start a new conversation. Type this: you are a professional communication consultant who specializes in writing clear, respectful, and efficient emails. Hit enter. ChatGPT will acknowledge this. You've just set the role. Step 2. Add the logic. Now we teach it how to think about emails. Type this: when I give you an email scenario, follow this framework. 1. Identify the core request or concern. 2. Determine the appropriate tone: formal, friendly, direct. 3. Structure the response with brief acknowledgement, direct answer, clear next step. This is where the magic happens. You're not asking ChatGPT to write an email, you're teaching it your email philosophy. Step 3. Define the output. Now tell it what format you want. Type this: output format. Provide the email draft, then below it explain: A. What tone you used and why. B. What the next step is for the recipient. Step 4. Test it. Now let's see if it works. Give it a scenario. Email scenario: a client is upset because their project is delayed by 2 weeks. They sent an angry email demanding an explanation. Watch what happens. ChatGPT will generate an email that acknowledges the frustration. Framework step 1. Uses an appropriate tone, likely, calm, and professional. Framework step 2. Provides structure, acknowledgement, explanation, next step. Framework step 3. Includes the analysis you requested. Output format. You didn't have to explain empathy. You didn't have to say be professional. You didn't have to structure the response manually. The meta prompt did all of that. Let's pause and test. Stop here. Before you continue, I want you to test this yourself. Open ChatGPT. Build this exact meta prompt. 1. Set the identity. 2. Define the logic. 3. Specify the output. Then give it your own email scenario, something from your real life. See how it responds. If the output isn't quite right, adjust one piece of the framework and test again. This is how you train the system. You iterate on the logic until it matches your thinking. Take 2 minutes, do this now. What you just learned. Let's zoom out for a second. What you just built is a reusable system. That meta prompt you created, you can save it, copy it, drop it into any new conversation. And now, every time you need to draft a difficult email, you don't start from scratch. You just paste your meta prompt and give ChatGPT the scenario. That's the fundamental shift. You're no longer using ChatGPT, you're programming it. Common mistakes and how to fix them. As you start building meta prompts, you'll run into a few common issues. Let me address them now so you don't waste time. Mistake 1. Being too vague. Bad. You are helpful and smart. Good. You are a senior financial analyst who evaluates investment opportunities using risk-adjusted return frameworks. Specificity matters. The more precise your identity and logic, the better the output. Mistake 2. Overloading the prompt. Don't try to teach ChatGPT 15 rules at once. Start with 3 to 5 core principles. You can always layer in complexity later. Mistake 3. Not testing immediately. Build your meta prompt, then test it right away. Don't wait. If it doesn't work, adjust one piece and test again. Think of this like tuning an instrument. Small adjustments, constant feedback. Making it reusable. Here's the practical step most people skip. Once you've built a meta prompt that works, save it somewhere. I keep a simple text file on my desktop called Meta Prompt Library. Every time I create a new one that performs well, I save it with a label. Email response framework, content idea generator, research analyst prompt, strategic planning assistant. Now, whenever I need one of these systems, I just copy-paste it into a new ChatGPT conversation and I'm ready to go. You're building assets. Treat them like tools in a toolbox. One mini result you can see right now. Let's do one more quick example so you can see immediate payoff. I'm going to build a meta prompt for brainstorming in 60 seconds. Here we go. You are a creative strategist who generates unexpected angles on familiar problems. When I give you a topic, apply this process. 1. List the 3 most common approaches. 2. Identify what those approaches assume. 3. Challenge one assumption and suggest an alternative angle. Format, show your thinking, then give me the alternative angle clearly. Now I test it. Topic: how to stay motivated. ChatGPT responds by listing common approaches, set goals, track progress, reward yourself. Identifying the assumption that motivation is something you create. Challenging it. What if motivation is something you remove obstacles from? Offering an alternative angle. Focus on eliminating friction instead of building willpower. That's not a surface level answer. That's strategic thinking. And I didn't have to ask follow-up questions or guide it step by step. The meta prompt encoded the thinking process. You now understand what meta prompts are, how they work, and how to build them. You've created your first one. You've tested it. You've seen how it changes the quality of output. But here's where it gets even better. The main idea: using one smart prompt to automatically create other useful prompts. Instead of manually creating a new meta prompt every time you need one, we're going to build a system that generates expert-level prompts automatically. This is where the real leverage begins. Here's the idea. Right now, when you need a meta prompt, you have to think through the identity, logic, and structure yourself. That's valuable, but it's also time-consuming. What if instead you could describe your goal in plain language, and ChatGPT would generate a complete expert-level meta prompt for you? That's what a prompt generator does. It's a meta prompt, a system that understands how to build other systems. Here's the mental model. Level 1, basic prompts. Tell ChatGPT what to do. Level 2, meta prompts. Teach ChatGPT how to think. Level 3, prompt generators. Teach ChatGPT how to create frameworks. We're moving to level 3, the reason it matters. Let me show you the practical impact. Without a prompt generator, you need a new workflow. You spend 10 to 15 minutes crafting a meta prompt. You test it, you refine it, you save it with a prompt generator. You need a new workflow. You describe it in one sentence. ChatGPT generates the complete meta prompt. You test it immediately. The difference is speed and consistency. You're not starting from a blank page anymore. You're starting from expert-level infrastructure. Real example, how to build a content research system. Let's build this around a real use case, a content research system. Imagine you're creating content regularly, articles, videos, social posts, whatever. Every time you start a new piece, you need to 1. Research the topic. 2. Identify unique angles. 3. Find audience pain points. 4. Structure the content logically. You could manually prompt ChatGPT through each of these steps every single time. Or you could build a system that does all of this automatically when you just give it a topic. That's what we're building right now. Step 1. Create the prompt generator framework. Open ChatGPT, new conversation. We're going to build the generator first, then use it to create our content research system. Here's what you type. You are a prompt engineering specialist. Your job is to create high-quality meta prompts for any task I describe. When I give you a task, follow this process. 1. Analyze the task and identify what expertise is needed. 2. Define the logical framework required, what steps or principles apply. 3. Determine the ideal output format. 4. Generate a complete meta prompt that includes clear identity/role, structured logic, and specific output instructions. Format your response as task analysis, brief breakdown. Generated meta prompt, the complete prompt I can copy and use. Usage note. One sentence on how to use it. Confirm you understand this framework. ChatGPT will confirm you've just built the generator. Step 2. Test the generator. Now let's use it to create our content research system. Type this. Task: I need a system that researches any content topic I give it and provides. 1. The 3 biggest audience pain points. 2. 3 unique angles that aren't commonly covered. 3. A logical content structure. The output should be actionable and specific. Watch what happens. ChatGPT will analyze what expertise is needed. Content strategist plus audience researcher. Define the logic. Pain point identification, arrow angle discovery, arrow structural organization. Create the output format. Clear sections for each component. Generate a complete, ready-to-use meta prompt. Copy that generated meta prompt. Save it. That's your content research system. Here's why this part matters. Look at what just happened. You described your goal in 2 sentences. ChatGPT generated a sophisticated meta prompt that would have taken you 15 minutes to craft manually. And here's the key. The quality is consistent. When you build meta prompts yourself, quality varies based on how much attention you're paying, how clear your thinking is that day, how rushed you are. When you use a generator, quality is systematized. The generator follows the same logic every time. It doesn't skip steps. It doesn't get lazy. That's the power of building systems that build systems. Step 3. Use your generated system. Now let's test the content research system we just created. Open a new ChatGPT conversation. Paste the meta prompt the generator created for you, then give it a topic. Topic: how to build better habits. ChatGPT will now pain points. People start habits enthusiastically but quit within weeks. Existing habit advice feels generic and doesn't account for individual context. Tracking and motivation systems feel like extra work instead of helpful support. Unique angles? What if the problem isn't motivation but environmental design? Challenging the willpower narrative. The role of habit incompatibility. Why some habits cancel each other out. How to build keystone habits that make other habits automatic. Content structure. Open with the failure pattern. Why most habit advice doesn't stick. Introduce the reframe. It's not about discipline, it's about design. Walk through the system, environment, compatibility, keystones. Close with one immediate action. See that? You didn't manually research anything. You didn't brainstorm angles. You didn't outline structure. You gave it a topic, and the system executed. The logic behind each action. Let me break down why this works so well, why we created the generator first. Instead of building one meta prompt, we built the machine that creates meta prompts. This means every future system takes seconds instead of minutes. Why we specified task analysis in the output. This forces ChatGPT to think before it generates. It can't just spit out a generic template. It has to actually analyze what's needed. Why we included usage note. This makes the generated prompts immediately actionable. You're not left guessing how to deploy them. Why we tested immediately. You need to see real output to know if the system works. Don't theorize, validate. Every piece of this structure has a purpose. Nothing is decorative. Now, let's build your own generator. Let's stop. Pause here. I want you to build a prompt generator for something you actually need. Think about a repetitive task in your work. Do you write emails frequently? Do you create social media content? Do you analyze data or reports? Do you plan projects or meetings? Pick one task. Now use the generator we built to create a custom meta prompt for that task. Here's the format. Task. Describe what you need the system to do, what the output should include, and any specific requirements you have. Let the generator create your meta prompt. Then test it immediately with real input. Take 5 minutes. Do this now. This is how you build your personal AI infrastructure. Sometimes when the generator misunderstands. As you use prompt generators, you'll occasionally get output that doesn't quite match what you wanted. Here's how to fix it quickly. If the generated prompt is too generic, Add more specificity to your task description. Instead of, I need a writing system, say, I need a writing system that creates LinkedIn posts using storytelling frameworks and includes a clear call to action. If the logic is unclear, ask the generator to revise. The logic section is vague. Rewrite it with specific steps, like step 1 equals X, step 2 equals Y, step 3 equals Z. If the output format doesn't match your needs, be explicit. Change the output format to include bullet points for pain points, numbered lists for solutions, and a single paragraph summary at the end. The generator is flexible. Treat it like a conversation. Refine until it's right. Advanced tip: using generators for complex workflows. Now that you understand the basic mechanics, let's build something more sophisticated. Let's create a generator for a complete project planning system. Type this into your prompt generator. Task: I need a project planning system that takes any project description and generates 1. Core objectives broken into measurable outcomes. 2. Potential risks with mitigation strategies. 3. A phased timeline with key milestones. 4. Resource requirements. The system should think strategically and anticipate problems. The generator will create a meta prompt that includes identity, strategic project manager or operations consultant. Logic, objective decomposition, risk analysis, timeline mapping, resource allocation. Output, structured sections for each component with specific actionable details. Now paste that generated meta prompt into a new conversation and test it. Project, launch a new online course in 90 days. Watch how it breaks down. Objectives, enrollment targets, completion rates, revenue goals. Risks, production delays, low initial signups, tech issues, with solutions for each. Timeline, research phase weeks 1 to 2, content creation weeks 3 to 7, launch prep weeks 8 to 10, etc. Resources, video equipment, course platform, marketing budget, time allocation. You just turned ChatGPT into a strategic planning partner, and it took 3 minutes. Let me show you one more complete example so you can see the full power of this approach. I'm going to use my prompt generator to create a learning system that helps me master new topics quickly. Task: I need a learning system that takes any topic I want to learn and creates 1. A progressive learning path from beginner to advanced. 2. Key concepts I must understand. 3. Practical projects I can build to apply the knowledge. 4. Resources to study, books, articles, courses. The system should prioritize depth over breadth. Generator creates the meta prompt. I paste it into a new conversation. Topic: basic machine learning. Output: learning path. Foundation: statistics basics, Python fundamentals, data manipulation. Core concepts: supervised versus unsupervised learning, model training, evaluation metrics. Advanced: neural networks, optimization techniques, real-world deployment. Key concepts: training, validation, test splits, and why they matter. Overfitting versus underfitting. Feature engineering and selection. Model evaluation beyond accuracy. Practical projects. Build a spam classifier using logistic regression. Create a recommendation system with collaborative filtering. Develop an image classifier with a simple neural network. Resources. Book: Hands-on Machine Learning by Aurélien Géron. Course: Andrew Ng's Machine Learning on Coursera. Practice: Kaggle Beginner Competitions. That's a complete learning roadmap generated in seconds. No generic advice, no vague suggestions. A clear, actionable path from zero to competent. What you've built. Let's take inventory of what you now have. 1. A prompt generator that creates expert-level meta prompts on demand. 2. A content research system that analyzes topics automatically. 3. The ability to build custom systems for any repetitive task. 4. The knowledge to troubleshoot and refine generators when needed. You're no longer crafting individual prompts. You're building infrastructure. Now we're going to unlock the unique angles and advanced mental models that separate good prompt engineering from expert-level mastery. First angle, context stacking. Most people give ChatGPT one layer of context. Advanced users give it multiple layers that interact with each other. Here's what I mean. Basic approach. Write a product description for a project management tool. Context stacking approach. You are a product marketer. Your audience is burned out freelancers who've tried 6 different tools and are skeptical of new solutions. Your goal is not to convince them the tool is perfect, but to acknowledge their frustration and show how this tool is designed differently because the founder experienced the same pain. Write a product description. See the difference? Layer 1. Identity, product marketer. Layer 2. Audience psychology, burned out skeptical. Layer 3. Emotional positioning, acknowledge pain, shared experience. Layer 4. Strategic goal, not perfection, but relatability. Each layer constrains and directs the output in a different way. Together they create something nuanced. Why this works? ChatGPT doesn't just respond to instructions. It responds to the relationship between instructions. When you stack contexts, you're creating constraints that force more sophisticated reasoning. The model has to balance, I need to sound expert, but also empathetic. I need to sell, but also acknowledge doubt. That tension creates better output. Real example. Let me show you this in action. You are a career counselor speaking to a 35-year-old mid-level manager who feels stuck. They're competent but invisible. They're not looking for generic advice. They've read all the LinkedIn posts. They need a reframe that makes them see their situation differently. Your tone should be direct, almost confrontational, but ultimately hopeful. Give them one powerful reframe about their stuckness. ChatGPT output. You're not stuck because you're not good enough. You're stuck because you've optimized for safety. Every decision you've made for the past 5 years has been the smart, responsible, low-risk choice. And those choices have made you competent but invisible. Visibility requires a different strategy. Strategic risk, not recklessness, not chaos, but calculated moves that make people notice. The question isn't, how do I get unstuck? It's, what am I willing to risk to be seen? That's not generic advice. That's a reframe with teeth, and it came from stacking identity plus audience psychology plus emotional state plus tone constraint plus strategic outcome. Second angle, transformation chains. Most people ask ChatGPT to go from A to B. Advanced users build transformation chains, A to B to C to D, where each step transforms the previous output. Here's the concept. Instead of asking for a final result, you ask ChatGPT to process information through multiple transformations, and each transformation adds a layer of insight. Example, analyzing a business idea. Basic approach. Is this a good business idea? Transformation chain approach. Step 1. Describe this business idea in one sentence. Step 2. Identify the core assumption this idea depends on. Step 3. Challenge that assumption. What would have to be true for it to fail? Step 4. Now, given that challenge, redesign the idea to eliminate the vulnerability. Business idea: a subscription box for pet owners that delivers toys based on their pet's personality. Watch what happens. Step 1. A personalized pet toy subscription based on personality matching. Step 2. Core assumption: pet owners know their pet's personality well enough to describe it accurately, and personality meaningfully predicts toy preference. Step 3. Challenge: most pet owners overestimate what they know. Pets are inconsistent. A high-energy dog might ignore an active toy. Also, novelty matters more than personality match. Step 4. Redesign: shift from personality-based selection to behavior-based iteration. Start with a variety pack. Use an app to track which toys the pet actually engages with. Machine learning adjusts future boxes based on play data, not owner surveys. See what happened? You didn't just get an opinion. You got a complete analysis that transformed a basic idea into a more sophisticated version. Why this works? Each transformation forces ChatGPT to process the information differently. It can't just give you a surface answer. It has to think through stages. This technique is incredibly powerful for strategy development, problem solving, creative iteration, quality improvement. You're essentially building a thinking pipeline. Third angle: constraint layering. Most people think constraints limit creativity. Advanced users know constraints and focus creativity in powerful ways. Here's the principle: when you add specific, unusual constraints to a prompt, you force ChatGPT to generate ideas it would never produce otherwise. Example: content creation. Basic approach: give me 5 blog post ideas about productivity. Constraint layering approach: give me 5 blog post ideas about productivity with these constraints. 1. None can mention morning routines, to-do lists, or time blocking. 2. Each must challenge a popular productivity belief. 3. Each must be explainable in a 2-minute read. 4. Titles must be phrased as questions the reader is afraid to ask. Go. Output: 1. What if you're not lazy? You're just working on the wrong problems. 2. Is deep work actually making you worse at your job? 3. What if productivity advice is designed for people who aren't like you? 4. Are you confusing being productive with feeling productive? 5. What if your best work happens when you're not trying to be productive? Those are significantly more interesting than generic productivity posts. Why this works? Constraints eliminate the obvious answers. When you remove common options and add specific requirements, ChatGPT has to explore less traveled paths. This is especially powerful for brainstorming unique angles, avoiding cliches, finding differentiated positioning, breaking out of conventional thinking. Another example: strategic constraints. Generate 3 business ideas with these constraints. Cannot require venture capital. Must be profitable within 90 days. Must leverage skills most people already have. Cannot be freelancing or consulting. Must have potential for passive income after initial setup. Go. The constraints force ChatGPT to think creatively within specific boundaries, which produces more actionable, realistic ideas. Fourth angle, hidden roles. This is one of my favorite advanced techniques. Instead of telling ChatGPT what role to play, you embed the role inside the logic of the task, so the expertise emerges naturally from the constraints. What do I mean by this? Standard role setting. You are a financial advisor. Help me plan my budget. Hidden role. I have $5,000 a month after taxes. I want to allocate it using these principles: 50% essentials, 30% financial goals, 20% lifestyle enhancement. But I also want to optimize for reducing financial anxiety, building wealth without obsession, and maintaining quality of life. Show me how you'd allocate the $5,000 and explain the psychology behind each decision. Notice, I never said you are a financial advisor, but the task requires financial expertise, psychological insight, and strategic thinking. The role emerges from the requirements. Why this works? When you explicitly assign a role, ChatGPT sometimes plays the part superficially. It sounds like that role, but doesn't necessarily think like it. When you hide the role inside the task structure, ChatGPT has to genuinely engage with the expertise to complete the task. It's the difference between acting like an expert and being required to think like one. Example, hidden role in action. I'm designing a website for a law firm. They want to appear trustworthy but not stuffy, professional but approachable. The typical law firm site uses navy blue, serif fonts, and stock photos of people in suits shaking hands. I want to differentiate without losing credibility. Give me 3 design directions that solve this tension and explain what each communicates psychologically. I didn't say you are a brand designer, but the task requires design thinking, brand psychology, and strategic differentiation. The output will naturally embody that expertise because the question demands it. Fifth angle, recursive refinement. This is an advanced pattern where you make ChatGPT critique and improve its own output multiple times until you reach expert level quality. Here's the structure. Step 1, generate initial output. Step 2, critique it using specific criteria. Step 3, regenerate based on the critique. Step 4, repeat until satisfied. Example, writing improvement. Write a 1-paragraph pitch for a time management course. ChatGPT writes a paragraph. Now critique that paragraph using these criteria. 1. Is the opening sentence surprising or generic? 2. Does it identify a specific pain point or speak broadly? 3. Does it promise transformation or just improvement? Rate each 1 to 10 and explain. ChatGPT critiques itself. Based on that critique, rewrite the paragraph. ChatGPT produces a better version. Now apply the same critique to this new version. What has improved? What's still weak? You cycle through until the output reaches the quality you need. Why this works? Most people accept ChatGPT's first output. Advanced users know the first draft is just raw material. By forcing ChatGPT to critique itself using your criteria, you're essentially training it in real time to understand what quality looks like for your specific needs. This technique is incredibly powerful for writing improvement, strategic planning, complex problem solving, anything where quality matters more than speed. Before verse after examples. Let me show you the cumulative impact of these angles. Before, basic prompting. Help me write a LinkedIn post about career growth. Generic output about setting goals, networking, continuous learning, forgettable. After, advanced angles combined. Context. I'm a mid-level professional speaking to other mid-level professionals who feel invisible. I want to challenge the belief that hard work pays off because they've been working hard for years with minimal recognition. Constraints. Cannot use the words networking, personal brand, or hustle. Must be 150 words or less. The tone should be honest, slightly provocative, but not cynical. Transformation chain. First, identify why hard work alone doesn't create visibility. Second, explain what's actually missing. Third, give one concrete action that changes the dynamic. Write the post. The output will be dramatically better, specific, provocative, actionable, and memorable. That's the power of combining these angles. One short real-world use case. Let me show you how I used these techniques recently. I needed to create a strategic framework for a client's content marketing. Instead of asking ChatGPT to create a content strategy, I used context stacking, marketing strategist plus audience is skeptical. B2B buyers plus goal is education, not promotion. Transformation chain. Analyze current content. Identify gaps. Propose framework. Stress test framework against edge cases. Constraint layering cannot be based on blog posts or SEO. Must work with limited resources. Must be measurable within 90 days. Hidden role. Task required strategic thinking, audience psychology, measurement design. The result? A complete, sophisticated framework that I could actually implement, not generic advice. Total time, 12 minutes. That's what these angles unlock. Common mistakes and quick fixes. As you implement these techniques, watch out for. Mistake 1. Overcomplicating. Don't use all 5 angles at once unless necessary. Match complexity to the task. Fix. Start with 1 or 2 angles. Add more only if the output isn't meeting your standards. Mistake 2. Vague constraints. Be creative isn't a constraint. Cannot use metaphors. Must be under 100 words. Must challenge conventional wisdom is. Fix. Make constraints specific and measurable. Mistake 3. Accepting first output. Advanced techniques still require iteration. Fix. Always run at least 1 refinement cycle. Mistake 4. Forgetting the goal. Complexity for its own sake doesn't help. Fix. Ask yourself, does this technique move me closer to the output I actually need? What you've learned. You now have 5 advanced angles. 1. Context stacking. Multiple interacting layers of direction. 2. Transformation chains. Sequential processing that builds insight. 3. Constraint layering. Specific limits that force creative solutions. 4. Hidden roles. Expertise that emerges from task structure. 5. Recursive refinement. Self-critique cycles that improve quality. These aren't just techniques, they're mental models for how to shape AI reasoning. Most people will never learn these. You now have a significant advantage. Now we're going to put everything together into complete production-ready workflows. Workflow 1. The Content Creation System. This is a complete end-to-end system for creating high-quality content on any topic. It combines meta prompts plus transformation chains plus constraint layering. Phase 1. Research and analysis. Phase 2. Angle development. Phase 3. Structure creation. Phase 4. Content generation. Phase 5. Refinement. Let me show you exactly how to build this. Phase 1. Research and analysis. Open ChatGPT, new conversation. Start with your research meta prompt. You are a content strategist and audience researcher. When I give you a topic, you will. 1. Identify the 3 core pain points the audience experiences with this topic. 2. Find the gap between what's commonly discussed and what people actually struggle with. 3. List the 3 most overused angles so we can avoid them. 4. Suggest 3 underexplored angles that would genuinely help. Format: pain points / gap analysis / overused angles / fresh angles. Topic: your topic here. Let's test it. Topic: building an email list. ChatGPT generates pain points. Most advice assumes you already have an audience to convert. Technical setup feels overwhelming and fragmented. Growth feels impossibly slow in the beginning. Gap: common advice focuses on lead magnets and opt-in forms. Real struggle is, I have the infrastructure, now what? Nobody knows I exist. Overused angles. 10 lead magnet ideas. How to write high converting opt-in copy. Best email marketing platforms compared. Fresh angles. The borrowed audience strategy. Building your list by collaborating before you have reach. First 100 subscribers tactics that don't require existing traffic. The psychology of why people actually stay subscribed. It's not about value, it's about identity. Perfect. That's your research foundation. Phase 2. Angle development. Now we take one of those fresh angles and develop it using transformation chains. Take this angle. The borrowed audience strategy. Building your list by collaborating before you have reached. Transform it through these steps. Step 1. Explain the core insight in 1 sentence. Step 2. Identify why this works psychologically. Step 3. Break it into 3 actionable tactics. Step 4. Provide 1 specific example for each tactic. Go. ChatGPT processes. Step 1. You don't need your own audience. You need access to someone else's, and collaboration gives you credibility by association. Step 2. People trust recommendations from sources they already follow. A collaboration isn't cold outreach. It's a warm introduction at scale. Step 3. Tactics. Guest expert appearances, podcasts, newsletters, YouTube channels. Co-created resources, joint webinars, collaborative guides, cross-promotion partnerships, newsletter swaps, bundle deals. Step 4. Examples. Guest expert. Offer to answer 5 questions for someone's newsletter in your expertise area. Co-created. Partner with 2 to 3 others to create a free resource bundle, each promoting to their list. Cross-promotion. Find someone with a similar sized list and feature each other's best content. Now you have a fully developed angle with specific tactics. Phase 3. Structure creation. Next, we build the content structure using constraint layering. Create an outline for a 1,200 word article on the borrowed audience strategy with these constraints. Opening must use a specific relatable scenario, not generic. Cannot include a why this matters section. Work the importance into the flow naturally. Each tactic section must include explanation plus example plus common mistake to avoid. Conclusion must give one immediate action, not 5 vague next steps. Total word count distributed. 150 intro, 300 per tactic section, 150 conclusion. Create the outline with section headers and word count targets. ChatGPT generates a complete structure. Introduction, 150 words. Scenario. You've been creating content for 6 months, 12 subscribers, all family members. The realization, you don't need more content, you need distribution. The insight, access beats ownership. Section 1, guest expert strategy, 300 words. How it works plus psychology. Example, the 5-question newsletter contribution. Common mistake, pitching yourself instead of offering value. Section 2, co-created resources, 300 words. How it works plus psychology. Example, the 3-person resource bundle. Common mistake, choosing partners based on size instead of alignment. Section 3, cross-promotion partnerships, 300 words. How it works plus psychology. Example, newsletter feature swap. Common mistake, one and done thinking instead of relationship building. Conclusion, 150 words. 1 immediate action. List 5 people who serve your audience but aren't competitors. Next 48 hours, reach out to one with a specific valuable offer. That's your content blueprint. Phase 4, content generation. Now we generate the actual content using hidden roles. Write the complete article following the outline above. Requirements. Tone, confident but not cocky, helpful but not hand-holding. Voice, second person, you, conversational but not casual. Every claim must be supported by either logic or a specific example. Avoid these phrases: game changer, leverage, at the end of the day. Think outside the box. Each section must flow into the next. No abrupt transitions. Write the full article now. ChatGPT generates the complete piece. Notice, I didn't say you are a content writer. The requirements force the expertise to emerge naturally. Phase 5, refinement. Finally, we use recursive refinement. Critique this article using these criteria. 1. Does the opening scenario feel specific or generic? Rate 1 to 10. 2. Are the examples concrete enough that someone could copy them tomorrow? Rate 1 to 10. 3. Does any section feel like filler or could be cut without losing value? Identify. 4. Is the conclusion actionable or just motivational? Rate 1 to 10. Provide ratings and specific feedback. ChatGPT critiques. Based on that critique, rewrite the weakest section. ChatGPT improves it. Now you have publication-ready content created through a systematic process. Workflow 2, the strategic planning system. This workflow is for planning projects, initiatives, or complex decisions. It combines context stacking plus transformation chains plus recursive refinement. Phase 1, objective clarity. Phase 2, risk mapping. Phase 3, resource planning. Phase 4, execution design. Phase 5, contingency building. Let me show you this in action with a real example. Phase 1, objective clarity. New conversation. Build your strategic planning meta prompt. You are a strategic operations consultant. Your expertise is breaking down complex goals into clear, measurable objectives. Context layers. I need realistic planning, not aspirational vision. I have limited resources and need to prioritize ruthlessly. I need to know not just what to do, but what not to do. When I describe a project, provide 1. Core objective, the one metric that defines success. 2. 3 supporting objectives, measurable outcomes that support the core. 3. 2 objectives to explicitly reject things that seem important but will dilute focus. Project, your project here. Test it. Project, launch a paid newsletter in 90 days while working a full-time job. ChatGPT output. Core objective, 100 paying subscribers at $10 per month by day 90, 1000 MRR. Supporting objectives. Publish 12 issues, weekly cadence established. Maintain 60% plus open rate, quality indicator. Convert 5% of free subscribers to paid, sustainable funnel. Reject these. Building a large free list first delays revenue validation. Creating a website/brand before testing demand, premature infrastructure. That's strategic clarity in 2 minutes. Phase 2, risk mapping. Now apply transformation chains to identify and solve problems before they happen. Take this project objective, 100 paying subscribers in 90 days while working full-time. Risk transformation chain. Step 1, identify the 3 highest probability failure points. Step 2, for each, explain why it's likely to happen. Step 3, design a specific mitigation strategy. Step 4, create an early warning signal for each risk. Execute the chain. ChatGPT processes. Risk 1, running out of content ideas. Why? Creating weekly under time pressure depletes creative energy. Mitigation. Batch create 4 weeks of content every month on designated Saturday. Warning signal. If you're writing the day before publication twice in a row. Risk 2. Pricing too high for initial audience. Why? No brand recognition means price resistance. Mitigation. Launch at $5 per month for first 50 subscribers. Increase to $10 at subscriber 51. Warning signal. If conversion rate drops below 2% after 20 free subscribers. Risk 3. Burnout from full-time job plus creation schedule. Why? 90 days of sustained extra work without recovery. Mitigation. Schedule 1 off week every month where you send curated links instead of original content. Warning signal. If you miss a deadline or quality drops noticeably. Now you have a risk-aware plan, not just an optimistic one. Phase 3, resource planning. Use constraint layering for realistic resource allocation. Create a resource plan with these constraints. Maximum 10 hours per week available. Budget, $200 total. Must include all costs. Must use only tools that have free tiers or one-time purchases. Time allocation must account for creation, marketing, admin, learning curve. Break down the 10 hours weekly and the $200 budget specifically. ChatGPT generates time allocation 10 hours per week. Content creation 4 hours, batched monthly equals 16 hours per month. Marketing promotion 3 hours, social posts, outreach, engagement. Administrative 1 hour, email setup, subscriber management, tech issues. Learning improvement 2 hours, studying successful newsletters, improving craft. Budget breakdown $200. Email platform $0. Substack free tier or ConvertKit free up to 1,000 subscribers. Domain name $12 per year. Writing tools $0. Grammarly free. Hemingway editor free. Image creation $0. Canva free tier. Learning resources $50. 2 to 3 courses or books on newsletter growth. Buffer fund $138. Emergency tools, experiments, paid promotion if needed. That's a realistic, constrained plan you can actually execute. Phase 4. Execution design. Now create the week-by-week blueprint. Create a 90-day execution timeline broken into weeks 1 to 4, foundation phase, weeks 5 to 8, growth phase, weeks 9 to 12, optimization phase. For each phase, specify primary focus, key milestones, success metrics, what to stop doing from previous phase. Be specific. ChatGPT creates a complete timeline with phase-by-phase breakdown, specific actions, and clear transitions. Phase 5. Contingency building. Finally, prepare for conversation breakdown. For this project plan, create 3 contingency scenarios. 1. If I'm at 30 subscribers on day 60 behind pace. 2. If work suddenly demands more hours and I can't maintain schedule. 3. If initial content isn't resonating, low engagement. For each scenario, provide diagnosis plus decision tree plus specific recovery actions. ChatGPT builds complete contingency plans. Now you have a bulletproof strategic plan built in under 30 minutes. Workflow 3. The research and synthesis system. This workflow is for deep research, analysis, and synthesis of complex information. It combines all 5 advanced angles in a systematic sequence. Phase 1. Research scoping phase. 2. Information gathering phase 3. Pattern recognition. Phase 4. Synthesis and insight. Phase 5. Actionable output. Phase 1. Research scoping. You are a research analyst who specializes in identifying what questions actually need to be answered. Context. I'm researching topic. Most research produces information overload without clarity. I need focused, decision-relevant insights. Process. 1. Identify the core question this research must answer. 2. List 3 to 5 sub-questions that support the core question 3. Define what success looks like. What insight would make this research valuable? 4. Identify 2 to 3 questions that seem relevant but are actually distractions. Topic: Best practices for remote team management in 2025. ChatGPT scopes the research core question: what specific practices keep remote teams productive and engaged without burning out? Sub-questions: What communication patterns separate thriving remote teams from struggling ones? How do successful teams handle time zone differences? What role does async versus sync work play in team health? Success. A clear framework with 3 to 5 practices I can implement immediately with measurable outcomes. Distractions to avoid. Tool comparisons. Slack versus Teams. Doesn't matter as much as how you use them. Office versus remote debates, not actionable. Phase 2. Information gathering. For each sub-question, use transformation chains. Step 1. What's the conventional wisdom on this question? Step 2. What does recent data or case studies show? Step 3. Where do they conflict? Step 4. What insight emerges from the conflict? Start with sub-question 1, communication patterns. ChatGPT processes through the chain, identifying conflicts between conventional wisdom and recent evidence, then synthesizes insights. Phase 3. Pattern recognition. From the insights gathered, use constraint layering. Identify patterns with these constraints. Must appear across multiple sources. Must be actionable, not just theoretical. Must challenge at least one common assumption. Must be specific enough to test. What patterns emerge? ChatGPT identifies patterns like over-communication is as problematic as under-communication. Scheduled focus blocks outperform availability culture. Written updates beat synchronous meetings for most decisions. Phase 4. Synthesis and insight. Take these patterns and synthesize them into a framework using recursive refinement. Draft 1. Create a simple framework. Critique 1. Is it specific enough to use tomorrow? Draft 2. Revise based on critique. Critique 2. Does it account for different team sizes and contexts? Draft 3. Final framework. Execute this cycle. ChatGPT creates, critiques, and refines until you have a robust framework. Phase 5. Actionable output. Transform this framework into an implementation guide. For each framework element, provide why it matters, the psychology logic, how to implement specific steps, how to measure success, concrete metrics, common mistakes, what not to do. Format as a usable reference document. Final output, a complete actionable guide created through systematic research and synthesis. Here is the blueprint. Now that you've seen 3 complete workflows, here's the blueprint you can adapt to any task. Step 1. Define the meta prompt. Clear identity/role. Specific logic/framework. Structured output format. Step 2. Choose your angles. Context stacking for nuanced requirements. Transformation chains for deep processing. Constraint layering for creative solutions. Hidden roles for genuine expertise. Recursive refinement for quality. Step 3. Build in phases. Break complex tasks into 3 to 5 distinct phases. Each phase has clear input and output. Each phase builds on previous phase. Step 4. Test and refine. Run the system with real input. Identify weak points. Adjust specific components. Retest until it performs. Step 5. Document and save. Save the complete system as a reusable template. Note any customizations or variations. Build your personal system library. When things go wrong. Even with perfect systems, conversations with ChatGPT can break down. Here's how to fix common issues. Problem 1. ChatGPT loses context mid-conversation. Symptoms: starts forgetting earlier instructions, responses become generic, quality drops. Fix: context reset. Type: pause, reread our entire conversation from the beginning. Confirm you understand. 1. The system we're building. 2. The current phase. 3. What comes next. This forces ChatGPT to re-anchor to the full context. Problem 2. Output quality degrades over long conversations. Symptoms: responses get shorter, less detailed, more repetitive. Fix: start a new conversation. Paste your meta prompt plus a summary of what you've accomplished so far. Continue from there. Long conversations tax the context window. Fresh starts maintain quality. Problem 3. ChatGPT misinterprets your intent. Symptoms: gives you technically correct but practically useless output. Fix: add explicit examples. Type: that's not quite right. Here's what I mean. Specific example. Now try again with that understanding. Examples clarify intent faster than explanations. Problem 4. Stuck in a loop of similar outputs. Symptoms: asking for variations produces minor tweaks instead of genuine alternatives. Fix: constraint injection. Type: completely ignore your previous 3 responses. Start fresh with this new constraint. Specific requirement that forces different thinking. Forces ChatGPT out of the loop pattern. Problem 5. Too generic despite specific prompts. Symptoms: output feels like it could apply to anyone/anything. Fix: specificity cascade. Type: that's too generic. Make it 3 times more specific. Name specific numbers, specific examples, specific scenarios. Generic words like effective and important are banned. Constraints on language force concrete thinking. Final system setup. Let me show you how to combine everything we've learned into one master workflow. The master integration: building a complete business system. Let's say you want to build a complete system for launching a small online business. Here's how you'd combine all 3 workflows. Stage 1. Use strategic planning workflow. Define core objectives. Map risks. Plan resources. Create timeline. Build contingencies. Stage 2. Use research workflow. Research target audience. Analyze competition. Identify opportunities. Synthesize insights. Build positioning. Stage 3. Use content creation workflow. Develop messaging. Create launch content. Build marketing materials. Structure offers. Refine everything. Each workflow feeds into the next. Each uses advanced angles. Each produces concrete, actionable output. Total time to build the complete business foundation: 3 to 4 hours. That's the power of systematic AI workflows. Your next steps. You've now completed the full masterclass. Here's what you have. Core skills: meta prompt creation, automatic prompt generation, advanced angle implementation, system design and troubleshooting, complete workflows, content creation system, strategic planning system, research and synthesis system, advanced techniques, context stacking, transformation chains, constraint layering, hidden roles, recursive refinement, practical knowledge. How to troubleshoot broken conversations. How to integrate multiple workflows. How to build custom systems for any task. What to do now. Here's your immediate action plan. In the next 24 hours, pick one workflow from this masterclass, build it completely, test it with real input from your work or life. In the next week, create your personal meta prompt library, save every system you build, document what works. In the next month, build 3 custom workflows for your specific needs, work, creative projects, learning, whatever matters to you. Long term, keep refining. Systems get better with use. Every time you run a workflow, you'll discover small improvements. Make them. The difference between people who get value from AI and people who master it isn't natural talent. It's systematic practice. You now have the systems. Use them. Final thoughts. When you started this training, ChatGPT was a tool you prompted. Now it's infrastructure you build on. Most people will spend 2025 asking ChatGPT better questions. You'll spend 2025 building systems that think for you. That's not a small difference. That's a completely different relationship with AI. That's the skill everyone will need eventually. But you have it now. Use it well. You now have the complete 2025 AI skill set to build advanced prompting systems. Go build some